Hey YouTube, how is it going today? Well, in this video I want to talk about Cleanspark, ticker symbol CLSK. This one has been in a little bit of a consolidation, but it's breaking out on strong volume, so I want to get into their chart and see if we can determine what could be happening next, and then I'm going to get into one of your questions. Now, if you're new to my channel, I've been trading and investing for over 20 years, and in every video, I'll show you some of the potential trades and investments that I see setting up. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any future trading or investing ideas. And I also have a Patreon group, so if you would like to be a part of our community and see what we are buying and selling in real time, that link is in the description. All right, everybody, let's jump into this daily chart of Cleanspark. But before I get started, if you could do me a small favor and like that smash button for me, help me out with the YouTube algorithm for putting all of this together for you. I would really appreciate it. But looking at today's price action, you can't help but be encouraged if you're a long-term shareholder of Cleanspark like I am. From a technical perspective, Cleanspark is breaking through all of these major moving averages and starting to pull away from this descending wedge formation. You can see the yellow line, which is the 200-period simple moving average, and the blue line, which is the 50-period simple moving average, are now below the current price, and it's doing it today on above average volume already. There's still plenty of time left in the trading day, so the fact that it's breaking through those averages on above average volume shows you that there's some power behind this move. And if it can stay above, if the current price can stay above those moving averages for the next couple of days or so, I think there is a strong possibility that Cleanspark could be in a more sustainable uptrend. You know, the most optimal situation would be if it could go up just a little bit more and then kind of move sideways until this white line or the purple line caught up to it. And, you know, that could give it a slingshot move higher. Well, actually, the most optimal move would be if this thing just went to $100 tomorrow. But realistically, the best case scenario I would hope for from a technical perspective would just be to hold this price level until those moving averages caught up. And then, you know, you can kind of get one of these moves that had back in December of last year. We can get one of these nice sustainable uptrends. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen right now, but it looks like it has carved out a bottom. And I'm pretty encouraged by today's price action and definitely by the price action of the last several weeks or so. I think this breakout has been in the making for several days, and I was kind of getting a little bit worried that it wasn't going to be able to break through this resistance area right here around 1760. I thought it might come back down and retest this support area, but it looks like it is finally starting to break through it. So you can't help but be encouraged with this price action on Cleanspark. Now let's go to the hourly chart real quick and take a look at this breakout that it's having. You can get a better look at this. It's called a descending wedge, but it's actually a bullish formation once it breaks through it, and Cleanspark is breaking through it right now. Got through this consolidation that had been stuck in for a couple of weeks, and it's breaking away cleanly. And if it can just hang above these moving averages until they catch up, I think we're going to be in good shape if you are a long-term shareholder in Cleanspark. And let's go to the weekly chart really quick. Let me zoom in a little bit here. You can definitely see that descending wedge formation, but it's bouncing off of this support area and starting to pull away. But the last area of resistance, at least in the near term, is this 21-period exponential moving average on the weekly chart. You can see that it's finding resistance at it today, and it's pulling back. So if this thing can blast through that moving average and hold above it for a couple of days, I think we have a very good chance for Cleanspark to be getting off to the races and heading higher. All right, well, now I'm going to get into one of your questions, but before I get started on it, I do want to apologize because I haven't been getting to very many questions lately. It is the summertime, and here in northern Pennsylvania, we don't get a ton of great weather. We usually get nice weather from about the first week of June to the third week of June or so, and I've been trying to take advantage and, you know, do some things with my family. We've been camping and doing all kinds of other things. But, and actually, as I'm recording this video, it is raining cats and dogs outside, so it's not like even every single day during that 3-week period we get nice weather. But anyway, If you guys do have any questions, make sure you leave them down there in the comment section. I will try to do a better job of getting to them. But this question was from the Holiday Juggernaut, and Holiday Juggernaut was asking about ASXC, and this was actually from a couple of days ago. I believe it was right about here when the question was asked. And if you follow my channel, you know this is when I love to buy stocks. I like that nice big green candle and then a move sideways while it continues to hold above that 8-period exponential moving average. And then once you get that, that big green candle coming off of it that's showing it's going to hold that support, that is when I love to enter it. Now, as of right now, it is currently pulling back to this support area and that 8-period exponential moving average. So this is not a bad entry at all. I don't know what your specific question was. I think you just wanted me to analyze the chart. Perhaps you were just wanted to know if you were, kind of analyzing it the same way that I like to. If that's what you were looking at, I think that you found a great trade. Hopefully you took it, and hopefully you sold here. That would be obviously the best situation. But if we go to the 15-minute chart, and take a little bit closer look at the chart, you can definitely see it was making a very nice rounded bottom. I mean, this is what you want to see happening underneath the surface. Once you get that big move up and that sideways move on the daily chart, you always want to check the 15-minute just to see if it's starting to make one of these rounding up patterns. And then once the move starts to accelerate a little bit, that's when you see that little green candle coming off the 8-period, and that's when I like to personally enter. And usually you get a pretty decent move going up. Sometimes it's only a couple of days like we got in ASXC. Sometimes they are pretty big moves. But if you are not in ASXC yet, I would kind of wait for this support area right here because it's looking like this could be a pretty strong area of support. Now, it's almost at the top of that range right now. When I look at support areas, I like to look at them as ranges and not just a specific line. A lot of people just put a line on the chart, and that's the line in the sand where they want to buy or not buy. But if you take a closer look at some of these chart patterns, you can see it's more of an area, and you can see that there should be some decent support right around 280 going all the way up to close to $3 a share. So if the stock came down to about 285-ish or so, I mean, I think that would be a pretty decent entry on ASXC. Holiday Juggernaut, I don't know what your specific question was, but if that answered it, hopefully it did. If it didn't, leave me another comment there if you had a different specific question, and I will try to get to it. But I think you picked a decent one, and if you were looking at if this was an entry point or not, and you're waiting for me just to give you my opinion and you didn't take it, don't worry about it because these patterns happen all the time. Just continue to look for that type of pattern happening on your stocks before they go up, and you're going to be in decent trades more often than not. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions about any of these stocks, or if you have any other stocks you want me to take a look at, please leave them down there in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, guys, and until next time, take care.